Isn't that what it showed? Huh. Are we supposed to continue?
Touch him!
Let's move on then.
There's one.
Oh, she's waiting. Oh, come on. The heck? Just wait for that sound. No, come. But. Oh my god, can you? Why can't you grab? Oh my god. couldn't grab the edge.
Return to hell.
Oh my god, what the? That was some bullshit though, like having them just wait there. That was evil.
After my long journey, I finally stood on the threshold of enlightenment. For here was Janos Ordrin's mountain retreat, intact and unblemished. The upheaval that would one day topple this ancient edifice had not yet occurred. And while I had no certainty that Janos still lived, this scene boded well. For I presumed that the collapse of the retreat must have followed the ancient vampire's demise. There was only one obstacle. How to reach the balcony suspended at that maddening height, so far beyond my reach. For this was the architecture of winged creatures. The tattered ruins of my wings were of no use. I would need to devise some other means into that mountain.
Take the beast down.
Light and dark.
Return to hell. Free your soul.
What the? Couldn't even get a swing. So what the heck is we gonna have to do here then? There must be something underground or something. Oh. You see the signs on there, and you gotta obey them. There's something we have to do to be able to get here. I assume we need a wind. I guess that's what we're gonna get in here. Let's find windy. Then we're gonna have to go and get that dark one and then come back here, blind that, and I guess pick up that thing. I assume.
There's another one. Return to hell.
Ugly. I say first the stairs, but I don't know what is called. Footsteps. This. Can we get some water? I'll be right back. Okay, back. No.
interior was hollow, I discovered, and graced with soaring architecture unique to its creators. As with the outer facade, these balconies and galleries could only be reached by those gifted with flight. With only my ruined wings to carry me, this towering labyrinth seemed impassable, while the object of my quest lay just beyond my grasp. For here, suspended at the apex of the chamber, was the threshold that surely led to the great vampire himself. I didn't know whether Janos Ordrin was the monster depicted in the stronghold, or one of the noble creatures memorialized among the ruins of the ancient vampires. And I didn't care. Demon or angel, he alone held the key to my destiny.
Oops. Okay, so let's see what we need to do here then. We need... okay, we got that there. We need to bring some over to this one. Some over this way. Need oh, get that air so we can destroy that one. But the area is over there. Locked behind that one. Wait. Oh, we had to hit them at the same time. Okay. There we go. Victory! Well, one small step. We get to that one, but we have to go all the way around. Yeah, we need to come above there. Okay. So I have an eye we need to shoot. Hey. Slowly getting up there. So, need a shield from somebody. We need to. I need light. Just need to shoot. One. Oh, I need a wing for that one. Some. Get some blood. Let's see. Do that first. Hmm. See, I need to get over in this direction. And bring some blood all the way over there. Boom, boom, boom.
Janos Audrin?
It is heartening after all these years to hear my name spoken without contempt. Razi,
Damn, he looks young.
my child, what have they done to you?
I have been dragged through hell and back. All it seems to reach this moment. But I don't yet know why.
For thousands of years I have waited, alone here, losing faith. At the time of the binding, 9 guardians were called to serve the pillars, and I was summoned as the 10th guardian, the keeper of the Reaver, the weapon of our salvation. Over time, our race died out, until I alone remained, sustained only by my obligation to you and by my guardianship of the blade.
And the other 9? Why did their guardianship not sustain them?
I don't know. As our race dwindled, the humans prospered. I have watched over the centuries as our history faded into myth and finally receded altogether. The humans have forgotten us entirely and claimed the pillars for themselves, wholly ignorant of their true purpose. To them, I am merely a devil, the origin of their vampire plague.
Why would the pillars summon human guardians then, if they are meant to be served by vampires?
The pillars choose their guardians from birth, Raziel, and vampires are no longer born. This is the crux of our dilemma, and this is the terrible irony. With their vampire purge, the members of the Circle have assaulted the very architects of the pillars they are sworn to protect. They have embarked on a treacherous path. With every vampire they kill, the humans are slitting their own throats. They know I'm up here, beyond their reach, and it terrifies them. You can see how they flaunt their kills to torment me. or perhaps simply to lure me out. They have this foolish notion that destroying me will somehow topple our entire bloodline. Thankfully, we're not that fragile.
I have seen them mustering their forces in the village below.
Yes. I don't know what they're plotting, but I fear our time may be bitterly short.
Mankind seems to have brought you only torment and grief. You must hate them.
They fear what they don't understand, and they despise what they fear. But no, I do not hate them.
Vorador does.
He has suffered much. He cannot forgive them.
Should they be forgiven?
They don't understand what they're doing. They are simply unenlightened and vulnerable to manipulation.
So, it's all true then, what Kain and Vorador have told me. I really am some kind of unholy vampire messiah.
Unholy? No. Messiah, perhaps.
I don't like that word. It smells of martyrdom.
Raziel, your role in this world's destiny is more crucial and more benevolent than you've allowed yourself to believe. Your journey will not be easy. Dark powers are allied against you. But I think you already know this. You appear to have been cruelly tested. The binding must be secured, Raziel. The pillars are the lock.
And the Reaver is the key.
Yes.
The Reaver is here. Why do I feel nothing?
The most formidable weapon ever forged by our swordsmiths. They infused the blade with vampiric energy, empowering the Reaver to drain our enemies of their precious lifeblood.
As Janos presented the blade, an inexplicable sense of dread crept over me, more palpable than anything I'd felt before. I was at once horribly repelled by the sword, and yet irresistibly compelled to touch it, to take it up. Please, take it away from me.
I fear you have been followed. You must save yourself, Raziel.
Janos! No!
Pushed us.
My surroundings whirled sickeningly, and I found myself transported safely away from the ambush to an adjacent chamber. Janos had delivered me from the Sarafan, selflessly forfeiting his own safety to preserve my life. And now I feared that my newfound mentor would be slaughtered by the very crusaders I had so recently revered. The irony pierced me, and with dawning horror, I realized that I had been duped by Mobius from the beginning. For the Sarafan had simply followed the path I gullibly blazed through this sanctuary, and had arrived bearing Mobius' staff. Thus armed, they had Janos at their mercy. Through the door, I could hear them battling, less than a dozen paces away. But it may as well have been 1,000 miles, for this barrier was sealed by elemental forces I did not possess. It seemed Janos had conveyed me into the heart of the fire shrine. I thought perhaps if I could galvanize the forge and imbue the Reaver in time, I might have a slim chance of saving Janos from his grisly fate.
Oh shit, you barely have any time to react to this? Oh, but what the? Oh, this camera changing all the time, man, is so frustrating. You know, it's all about just running, legging it. That was a short jump. Good job, game. It's like we have to have wind. See wind anywhere? Okay. Is this something to shoot somewhere? Yeah, it's not the correct one. A gem somewhere to shoot? Shoot that gem. The color, so. Actual heck, no? Okay, I can get out there, shoot that one, but what the heck am I gonna go for then after that? The heck, there was not enough power for me to get there? Okay, so we're supposed to shoot it from here, and then we're supposed to use... Oh, it's all timed. Hey, warriors. Getting beaten up by some 6-year-olds today, too. Oh damn it, I ended up in a... Oh, you had to recuperate after the last one? There we go. Yay, second game. We'll finish it off today. This one is more straightforward. There's no boss fights and stuff like that. It's just some annoying enemies sometimes. More puzzles and solving platforming and stuff like that. First game has a lot of hidden stuff. Ancient Flame.
I plunged the Reaver into
Yeah,
that
I plan to do
and
that at
forged
some
the
point.
blade with
I do have
elemental
it.
fire. With the Reaver thus imbued, I was
It just
now
needs to
armed
be
to
modded
unlock
though
the
because
elemental
it's kind of
barrier
broken
and
otherwise.
rescue Janos from his executioners.
I was thinking of playing through the Splinter Cell series after this. I have them all installed.
Look at his black heart. How it still beats.
The fiend intends to bury us alive. Raziel, we must get out of here.
Remember the sword.
It was we who killed him.
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I failed you.
No, Razia. Perhaps this was my true purpose. Simply to save your
I mean, I
life
like
this
the
was.
Assassin's Creed games. It's just
I have taken
after
yours.
Embrace your destiny, Razia. You
Black
must
Flag,
reclaim
it pretty
the
much
Reaver.
became
It was forged for you.
not Assassin's Creed
and you
games, but
alone.
other with a
Without
little
it,
bit of
there is
assassination.
no hope.
Sure, he is in him, but it was not the Creed anymore. Shouldn't have been called Assassin's Creed Syndicate, for instance. It could have been called something
As
else.
I backed away from Janos's body, I
Valhalla
was
should be called
overwhelmed
something
by a
else.
sense of
Maybe
self-loathing
Valhalla
so
Vikings or...
I could barely contain it. In that instant, I rejected all that I ever was and embraced
The
the
Odyssey
role
should
Janos
be in,
had safeguarded for me so patiently throughout the centuries.
I don't know what we
I
should
knew
call that
then
one.
what I had to do, the task for which I was uniquely prepared. I would pursue the Sarafan dogs to their loathsome fortress and avenge Janos Ordrin's murder. Mobius would pay.
I just wish they stopped calling it Assassin's
My Sarafan
Creed.
brethren would reap the horrors they had sown.
Because they have so very little with it to do
Reaver,
in
which
the
was
games.
rightfully mine.
Which annoys me.
And finally, when all these debts had been paid, I would reclaim
They're
Janos Ordrin's
abusing
heart
the
from
brand.
filthy, unworthy hands. If the heart was truly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife, its highest purpose was clear to me. I would restore the heart to Janos, and thus undo the vile crime committed by my abominable former self.
Yes, the controls are a little bit whack with Splinter Cell, if I remember it right.
We've been expecting you, little Razia.
So, these demonic pests were not merely the product of Nosgoth's corrupted future, for here they were, hurtling back over 5 centuries to pursue me. These creatures, I suspected, were minions of the unseen forces that had hoped to control
Yeah, I
me.
played through them once,
This
so
was
I'll...
the tangible expression of their displeasure.
Can't remember how long time ago it is,
Demons were
but...
unleashed as the penalty for my
I'm playing some old games again because I want to get like a no commentary playthrough. Let it cool down. Nah, I mean, I have all the stuff. I think I have patched it. We will see. I will double check and run them and see that so they work. Just need the Soul Reaver to cool down a bit. In case I need to use it again.
Do you really think you can say Noskov? Let me enlighten you, poor Raziel.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure because there are mods that fixes everything. Just gonna make sure that I have it installed.
Free your soul, demon.
Those are two big nasty ones. Three nasty.
He is the savior of Nosgoth. Come to me.
Yeah, so I'll probably, after we are done with this one, I might go through and make sure all of them works like they should. I can do that on stream even, depending on how much there's left of this one. I don't know. Shouldn't be too much, right? We should, yeah, we're gonna have to go back to, well, quite a bit. Yeah, the first one had some weirdness with the lightning. Oh, you would have support? For what? Holy shit, they hit like a truck. Well, that's nothing you can do yourself. That's weird. What the heck are you coming after me for? Kill a big fat demon instead. Okay, we can save after all that. That's weird. I thought we were supposed to go here. Okay, I guess not. It was here that we're gonna get some part of it. So annoying that they go after me when they have like a big fat demon fighting first. But no. We have to kill that little vampire first. Yeah. Oh, more of them. Oh, that's more.
Closer, Raziel.
Oh, come. Yeah, it would be nice if you let me move before you start shooting at me. Okay. switch. That's why to defeat those big enemies, you have to run around them in circles and swing at them. Oh god, another one. Oh.
You shall not pass.
Easy, get out of that stupid swamp shit. That's how you defeat them, and run in a circle. Whee! Stop fighting. Much. Back at the pillars.
You have failed me, Raziel.
I wonder, Old One. Did you truly resurrect me, or were you simply there when I awakened from my torment in the abyss? I suspect you found me merely convenient, dropped in your lair by Kain, indestructible for some reason, a durable and gullible tool for you to manipulate. This one thing I readily admit. I have been used by others time and again, but always I seem to stray from their path. What is it about me, demon, that makes me such an unreliable instrument? Why do I survive one trial after another, on and on, in an endless succession of humiliating deaths and resurrections? It seems there is much more to my destiny and my history than I know. Perhaps more than you know as well.
It's snowing. Again, another one? What the heck, man? Oh my lord.
He thinks he can change his destiny. What a fool.
What? Oh. This is so Reaver. It got too much power. It consumed our health.
Over there.
I ain't gonna guard you.
There's one. There's one.
Guard me, brothers!
Free your soul, demon.
Yeah, feed my soul.
We will rid Nosgoth of your kind.
Guard me, brothers!
Touch him. Return to hell.
Seize him!
Hey, you little turds. Stop throwing.
Guard me, brothers! Guard me, brothers! Guard me, brothers!
Turd. Let's save first. We'll be on the safe side.
Seize him! Get it! There's one.
Oh.
Guard me, brothers! him!
Suddenly and inexplicably, I discovered the Reaver suspiciously laid across my path. Again, I sensed nothing of that temporal distortion, the peculiar sense of displacement I had felt when I encountered the Reaver in William's chapel. Cornered here with the blade, I suffered the same nameless dread that I had experienced when Janos first presented the Reaver to me. I felt at once repelled by the blade, and yet overwhelmingly compelled to seize it.
So, Raziel, here we are, finally. You have no choice but to confront me now, and I am not so foolish as I've let you believe. We have business to conclude.
You knew I would lead the Seraphim to Janos, you vile bastard. You've been orchestrating my every move. My destiny is an amusement to you.
Don't think so.
It was fun while it lasted. I think not, Raziel. Malik, do not let this creature leave. It poses a danger to the Circle. Poor, deluded Raziel. Did you somehow imagine you had the guile to change history on me? I'm the Time Streamer. I knew your every intention before you did, you imbecile.
Blood Raven games? What are they?
Lord Mobius, there is trouble within. The Circle is under attack.
Fast, Malik. This one is the real danger to us.
What are you trying to concoct here, Mobius?
You toxic creature. Did you imagine I'd simply allow you to run loose, corrupting everything you encounter?
I admit that I've underestimated you to this point,
Doesn't ring a
Mobius.
bell.
But it's a mistake I won't repeat.
Wrong again, Raziel. Now, Malik, bolt the door.
Using his staff to disable my Wraithblade, Mobius effectively disarmed me, leaving me with only one choice of weapon. And yet I confess, it was not the lack of options, but blind rage that made me take up the Reaver. In my fury, it felt as though my hand had acted of its own will. And now, that same hand clutched the hilt with unyielding strength, and I felt a constrained tingling, a remote but palpable sense of longing, as the disabled Wraithblade tried vainly to embrace its physical twin.
Blood Raven games? The only thing that comes up is for 440k. You sure it's nothing, something else? It's all that came up was 40k. Oops.
Come to take your revenge, demon? Back to hell with you!
I recognize these two as my former brethren, in life as Sarafan, and in unlife as Kain's vampire sons. Melchiah and Zephon, the weakest of Kain's brood. These bastards had no idea what future lay in store for them, how they would become the very thing they so despised. The Reaver hummed with ravenous anticipation. Janos had called it a vampiric blade, endowed with the power to drain its victims of their lifeblood. I was eager to see what the Reaver would do to these two.
The heck, my life it doesn't move. As Melchiah and Zephon fell before my blade, I felt the Reaver's bloodthirst as keenly as I ever had when I was still a vampire. I could sense the boundary between us dissolving. The Reaver was consumed with my rage, and I was intoxicated by its bloodlust. The blade had a vitalizing effect on me. My physical energy no longer decayed over time, and the wounds inflicted by my foes healed almost instantly. You had to come up with a game name, Warriors, because that one came up like Warhammer 40k.
Come to reclaim the monster's black heart.
You'll have to get through us first.
My former brethren, Duma and Rahab, confronted me next. This all seemed so elegantly choreographed. Exhilarated by the Reaver, I was drunk with revelations. I could finally appreciate the delicious irony of Kain's blasphemous private joke, and I reveled as I colluded with him across the centuries. For it was I who put these bastards in their tomb, thus providing the corpses for Kain to raise as his vampire sons a millennium from now.
Get back to the pit you crawled from, demon.
And here at last was my brother Tyrell, who along with Duma would bear me into the abyss without questioning Kain's command. So dutiful and righteous, even as a vampire. I guess some habits die hard. The vampire Tyrell had eluded my vengeance. The Sarafan Tyrell would not. So, vampire, here we are. You've destroyed my brethren, and now you've come for me. You'll find I'm not such easy prey. I don't want to kill you, but I will if I must. Return the heart to me, and we can end this now. So, you've come to avenge that filthy parasite and reclaim his foul heart. You're a righteous fiend, aren't you? Apparently I am. No, vampire. This is where it ends. But you won't be leaving this room. Now, let's finish this. I'll make it mercifully quick. As you did for Janos, No, that beast had eluded us for far too long. It would have been a shame to end him too quickly. It's ironic, really. The great Janos Ordrin turned out to be no challenge at all. Thanks to you. Did you hear his cowardly screams when I tore that black heart out of his carcass? I renounce you.
Killed ourselves.
And so it ends. My history comes full circle. Sensing its twin, the Wraithblade uncoiled itself from me, and instead wound lovingly around its former self. I felt its grip loosen, and as the blade left me, its absence chilled me more than its presence ever had. A foreboding sense of emptiness and loss stole over me, and a terrible revelation gathered like a storm at the edge of my awareness. With all other foes exhausted, the conjoined blades turned themselves on me, and I realized, finally, why I had sensed nothing when Janos offered me the blade. The Reaver was never forged to be a soul-stealing weapon. The ravenous, soul-devouring entity trapped in the blade was, and always had been, me. This is why the blade was destroyed when Kain tried to strike me down. The Reaver could not devour its own soul. The paradox shattered the blade. So, this was my terrible destiny. To play out this purgatorial cycle for all eternity. I could not bear it. Despair overwhelmed me. You. Are you enjoying this game? Don't fight it, Raziel. Give into it. Was this your destiny for me all along? Trust me. I felt myself weakening, unable to hold on any longer. The Reaver was too strong. The compulsion to simply let go, too great. And then, a growing sense of vertigo and the familiar displacement. The paradoxical moment when my twin soul hovered both outside and inside the Reaver blade. This was the instant, the glimmer of temporal distortion Kain had been counting on all along. This was the edge of the coin, the minute flicker of probability upon which Kain had gambled everything.
Now you are free to reclaim your true destiny, Raziel.
Behind Kain's eyes, I could see new memories blooming and dying as history labored to reshuffle itself around this monumental obstruction. And I could see by the dawning horror on his face that perhaps we had strained history too far this time. That by trying to alter my fate, he may have introduced a fatal paradox.
My God. The Hilden. We walked right into their trap. Raziel, Janos must stay dead.
But Kain's warning was lost as I slipped into the spirit realm, too weak to maintain my physical form. And there, waiting for me as always, was the Reaver, the Wraithblade, my own soul, twinned and bound eternally to me. And I realized that I could never escape my terrible destiny. I had merely postponed it. History abhors a paradox.
Mm.